What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Harry the Horse Barbecue, and today we are making a Thanksgiving meal from start to finish. That's right, we got a beer can turkey smoked on the fat stack, homemade garlic butter dinner rolls, homemade stock to make gravy, my favorite cranberry sauce recipe, and my mom's homemade sausage stuffing. And I've condensed it down to one Thanksgiving sando. Thanksgiving doesn't get any better than this. Let's get it.
Harry the Horse Barbecue.
In order to give thanks this year, we gotta cook up a turkey. Dry brined beer can style. So let's go shopping for that turkey. Whole turkey. I picked up this whole turkey from my local grocery store, weighing in just under 13 pounds and costing just under $20, so not a bad deal. This turkey came pre-frozen and packaged in a brine solution, but we're still gonna give it the overnight dry brine. So enough horsing around, let's get this turkey out of the pack. Now we're gonna open up this turkey inside of this container because it's gonna make a mess. All right, and here we have our beautiful little turkey. Beautiful turkey neck. Save this for our stock. And all we're gonna do with our bird at this stage is hit it with some Diamond Crystal Kosher salt all the way around to give it an overnight dry brine. And even though this thing was packed in a solution, I'm not too worried about giving it the dry brine. It's a big bird, it can handle a lot of salt, and we want it to be flavored all the way through. We've all seen the dry brine. It's gonna give us some crispy skin by drawing out moisture from the bird. It's also going to allow the skin to tighten up and allow salt to penetrate all the way through to give us some really flavorful turkey for Thanksgiving. Quick little pat. Now you could do a very brief dry brine a few hours before you cook your bird. You could do a 1-day dry brine. You could do a multiple day dry brine. My goal here is to do this overnight, or the alternative would be for about 2 days for me. A whole bird is really classic for Thanksgiving. For last year's Thanksgiving, we did a smoked spatchcock turkey. I found the package. Okay, our bird's hit with salt. Let's tuck our wings. We'll check back on this bird tomorrow. Now, if you're anything like me, on Thanksgiving Day, you're used to grabbing that can of gravy, that carton of stock, heating it up on the stovetop. It's liquidy, it's flavorless, and it's not really that desirable on the Thanksgiving table. Well, that has been my go-to in years past, but this year we're taking it the extra step and we're making our own stock. Shout out Chuds BBQ for the inspiration. In order to make this smoky stock, we gotta go shopping for some bones and stuff. Let's go. Next. Backs, bones. This pile consists of some smoked turkey necks that I picked up at the grocery store, some chicken backs that I picked up from Marbled Meat Shop, and some beef marrow bones that I picked up at my other local grocery store. I figured I didn't have enough turkey products to throw into the stock, so I bought some smoked turkey necks. I wanted to add a great base to the stock with some chicken backs, and I thought the marrow bones would add a nice, thick, luxurious consistency to our stock. So enough horsing around, let's get these animal products out of the pack. We got a whole mess of animal products here that we're gonna throw on the smoker to get some nice smoky flavor. Our necks, backs, and bones are all ready for the cooker. My neck, my back. So let's go, fire up the cooker. All right, y'all, cooker is still warming up, and I honestly don't really care about fire management during this stage. All we're doing is roasting off these necks, backs, and bones to get some nice smoky flavor, some caramelization, to add a depth of flavor to our stock. We're aiming for about 275 or 300 degrees on these bones, and we'll let them rock for about an hour. So enough horsing around, let's go grab those necks, backs, and bones. I kept them close by. Let's get them on. Up and under. I'm going top rack. And on we go. All right, we're gonna smoke these off for about an hour or so, and then into our stock pot. We'll bring y'all back when these are roasty toasty, but until then, let's close it down. Boom, shakalaka. All right, a little over an hour on our bones. Let's see if they're roasting away. These bones are looking roasty and amazing for this stock. Let's get them into the stock pot. And just look at that gelatinous innards. It's gonna add some nice body to that stock. Double smoked turkey necks, smoked chicken backs. Let's head back inside to continue this stock. To these bones, we're gonna add a few aromatics and some delicious flavors to continue to flavor that stock. 1 whole onion, carrots, celery, rosemary, some thyme, some sage, a couple bay leaves, and a few cloves of smashed garlic. Our stock pot is looking beautiful. All we gotta do is top this off with some water. That was the perfect amount. Now onto the stove for several hours until we have our homemade stock. Stock has been boiling away and looking good. We're gonna strain it out and continue to reduce it down. Now, most people for the holidays are reaching for that canned cranberry sauce that is all gelatinized and has that nostalgic can ring appearance. But I've got something better for y'all. Let's make a homemade cranberry sauce. 1 bag of fresh cranberries, a cup of sugar, a cup of water, orange zest, the juice of an orange. That's a juicy orange. 1 cinnamon stick, and a little shot of bourbon, whoopsie daisy, and a shot of some Maine maple syrup. Yeah! Onto the stove, bring it up to a boil, then we'll have our amazing homemade maple orange cranberry sauce. Tastes like the holidays. Now, Thanksgiving is not complete without any sort of side dish to go along with your turkey and cranberry sauce and homemade gravy. There are endless numbers of sides that can go on the Thanksgiving table, but one of my favorites is my mom's homemade sausage stuffing. So this stuffing starts with some sausage. In order to make this homemade Italian sausage, we gotta go shopping for some pork butt and some pork belly. Let's go. Butt and belly. Now I picked up this cubed pork butt and this pork belly from my local grocery store. We're going in all pork sausage. So enough horsing around, let's get these porks out of the pack. Now it helps that this pork butt is all cubed up, but we do have the skin on some pieces. So we'll take the skin off, remove some bones, and cube up that belly. Our pork is heading into the freezer for about 30 minutes or so. Then we'll grind. We simmered that stock down for probably a good 6 to 8 hours, and all of that work left us with about 1.5 quart of stock. And you can see how deep and rich the color of this stock is. I'm gonna cool these down, stick them in the fridge overnight, and we'll use them tomorrow to make our homemade gravy with our turkey. When your cranberry sauce is looking like this, you know it's done. A nice festive bowl for our cranberry sauce. Ain't she a beaut? Our stock is done, cranberry sauce is done. Let's get on to making that sausage. We're gonna need this for sausage. The 1/2 horsepower made with meat grinder. That's right, the made with meat 1/2 horsepower grinder is making its debut on the channel to grind up some sausage for Thanksgiving. I got the coarse die in. Let's get that pork. I forgot, I got a cool little toy from Meat. It's a foot pedal for your grinder. Foot pedal's plugged in. Pork is ready. Let's throw it through. We got a nice pebbly grind on this pork. Now it's time to add our seasonings and liquids to turn this into a fresh sweet Italian sausage mix. Let's get spicy. To this bowl, we're gonna add some salt, some sugar, some granulated garlic, some Italian herbs, some paprika, some black pepper, some ground coriander, some ground sage, some red pepper flakes, some milk powder, and some toasted ground fennel that I toasted myself and ground through a pepper mill. Give this a mix around. And here we have our sweet Italian sausage mix. I'm gonna go in with our seasoning mix. Start giving this a mix up. Oh, it definitely smelled like Thanksgiving. Then in with our water. And we'll mix this for a few minutes. If we make a little patty and it sticks to our hands, we know it's good to go. I'm gonna let this sausage relax, let those flavors come together, then we'll saute it off as part of our sausage stuffing. Early morning start, let's make some dinner rolls. Warm milk, active dry yeast, and our sugar. Don't forget your dough hook, give it a little mix. Give that a few minutes and let the yeast bloom. Yeast is frothy, let's add in the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna go in with our eggs and get those mixed in with our flour, salt, dough conditioner, and some milk powder. Mix this until we have a shaggy looking dough. Time to add our softened butter. And we're gonna knead this around for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Our dough is nice and smooth. Just take a look at that ball of dough. Into a grease bowl, lined with some grease plastic wrap. We're gonna let this dough rise for the next 1.5 to 2 hours, which usually works best for me. Let's make some stuffing. Look at how thick and gelatinous our stock came out to be. That's gonna be amazing. Amazing, the smells that are going on in this kitchen. Set this aside to cool, then we'll bake this off. It's turkey time, let's go grab it. Looking super dry all the way around. Now I'm not gonna go too crazy with the seasonings on the outside of this bird, but I'm gonna try hitting it with some sprayable duck fat and hit it with a little pepper, garlic, and onion. Just a light coating on the outside. We're switching to beef tallow, y'all. Little beef tallow and our seasoning. Now it's time for the star of the show, a really big beer. Now I can already hear y'all complaining that it's not a tall blue light. I searched far and wide for tall boys and could not find them, so I went with my other favorite beer, which is Kona Big Wave. We gotta empty the beer just a little bit. To this beer, I'm gonna be adding some sage, rosemary, and thyme for some herby flavors. Let's get this can in this bird's butt. She's standing tall and proud. Looks good to me. Our turkey's all seasoned up and it's ready for the cooker. So let's go fire up the cooker. Fire up the cooker sequences in one video. Crazy. Sweet. All right, y'all, fat stack is at 250 degrees. We're gonna continue to rock these temperatures up and cook this beer can turkey at about 275, 300, but enough horsing around. Let's go grab that beer can turkey and get it on the fat stack. I'm gonna lift the door first. Up and under. Okie doke. Beer can turkey for y'all. Let's get it on. This turkey barely fits in the cooker. Again, that fire is gonna be rocking around 275, 300, 325 is our goal. Damper to the smokestack is wide open. No water pans, because we wanna try to get some crispy skin. We'll check back in a little bit when that bird is looking golden, roasty, and toasty. Until then, let's close it down. Boom, shakalaka. Hopefully we didn't knock it over. Whoa, look at that dough. I let this dough rise for about 3 hours because it wasn't quite plumped up enough. We're gonna cut this dough up into about 60-gram balls and put them in a greased baking dish. Cover these with a damp towel and then we will check back on them in about an hour. All right, y'all, about 3 hours in on this bird. Let's take a look. Ho, 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 ho. This bird is golden brown all the way around. Take a look. As y'all can see, this bird is looking golden all the way around. I've come through and hit it with some sprayable Wagyu beef tallow a couple times, but let's give it one more spray. I'm also gonna give this bird a rotation. That's probably good enough. Let's see what temps we're getting in the breast. About 157. A little under 170. We'll give this bird a few more minutes, then we'll pull it. And if the bird gets to have a big 25-ounce big wave, so should I. I can taste the aloha. Well, let's close this bird down for a few more minutes. Boom. And sorry, y'all, no blues in this one. They'll make a return in next week's video. Except for this one. I know you saw that. Buns and stuffing are ready to hit a 350-degree oven until our buns are golden brown and our stuffing is browned on top. Our rolls are out of the oven and we're gonna paint them with a little garlic butter. We're gonna let these rest for a wee bit while we make our gravy. For the rest of this garlic butter, I'm gonna add some flour to make our roux. Whisk this around. Once it's looking something like that, we can add our stock. Ugh. Hit it with a pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some other things. Back on the heat to reduce this down, and we'll have our gravy. Homemade gravy ready to go. Let's assemble this Thanksgiving meal. Whew. All right, y'all, we got our homemade stuffing, rolls, gravy, cranberry sauce, and our beer can turkey. Somehow we gotta dive into all of this. Let's figure it out. First of all, let's just appreciate these rolls. Just look how fluffy they are. Y'all gotta make these. Better than any dinner roll you're gonna find in the store. Okay, nicely done. I guess let's carve up this bird. Start by taking this leg off. That looks good to me. Got a little sneak peek. Oh my God, that's good. Just kind of break these wings off. Nice turkey wing. Now we'll work down this breast. And just like that, you have a whole turkey breast. Ow, that's hot. Then you rinse and repeat on the other side. Super easy. Then we'll just slice up the breast. If you can keep the breast juicy, then you know you did it right. Oh yeah, we did it right. Don't sleep on the beer can turkey. Let's see how we did on our other sides, including the stuffing. The stuffing is always one of my go-tos at the Thanksgiving table. Tastes like just how Mama used to make it, but not gonna lie, this is better. The homemade stock in there, the homemade sausage, just look at it. Can't have Thanksgiving without stuffing. Can't forget one of my other favorite sides, a nice homemade cranberry sauce. Don't sleep on it. I'm going right in the bowl. Just look how gelatinous that is. Yo, oh my God, that is so good. I know many people go for the canned stuff, but this takes like 20 minutes to make at home. The buns, we gotta make a Thanksgiving sando. A little piece of turk, dunk that in our homemade gravy, right on the sando. A little bit of stuffing, just stay on there. Little cranberry, cap it off. This is what you should be using these dinner rolls for. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. There are so many flavors going on. I've got no words for y'all. No words at all. This piece of turkey is for a Z. What do you want? Tell me what you want. Here you go. You really like Thanksgiving. Good boy. This Thanksgiving dinner is so good, I just can't stop. Right in that gravy. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh, look how thick. That gravy's got like body to it. It's thick, it's rich, and everything goes with gravy. Big old turkey leg right in that gravy. Yeah. No part of this turkey is bad. This turkey is just seasoned all the way through. Every part is juicy. I can just keep going. You go from the crispy, juicy turkey to the acidic cranberry sauce, back to the stuffing and gravy. And then you repeat. And if things get carried away, use your roll to sop up the goods. I mean, just look at that. This Thanksgiving meal is not horsing around. The sleepies are setting in. I can feel it. Man, eating that turkey for multiple days must have put me in a serious turkey coma. Yeah, we made a turkey with a beer can and some homemade gravy that is not bland. And we made some homemade dinner rolls, sausage stuffing out of control, maple orange cranberry sauce, and that dinner was a total boss. Hit that sub button's what I'm gonna say, making sure we're ready for the holidays. Thank y'all for tuning into Harry the Horse Barbecue. I really appreciate you checking out this video. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of y'all out there. I really hope this video gave you some good insight on some homemade Thanksgiving recipes and provide y'all with a little help when you're cooking this holiday season. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you found these recipes helpful and drop a like on this video while you're at it. Leave a comment down below with your favorite Thanksgiving recipe I should try and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we're posting new content. You can also follow me on Instagram Instagram at HarryTheHorseBBQ. Tag me so I can see what y'all are cooking because it really inspires me to come up with awesome Thanksgiving recipes. And with that being said, there's only one more thing, y'all. This Thanksgiving sando is going straight to the horse's mouth. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Y'all gotta try this.